Is pressure crushing you? 95% of managers make this calm mistake, costing decisions and sanity. These 5 fixes restore your control instantly. Pressure arrives silently. Meetings pile up, decisions multiply, and every choice feels heavier than the last. Most managers believe staying calm is about willpower or mindset, but research shows it's rarely that simple. And here's the twist: the very habits that feel like control often accelerate stress. One study found that executives who underestimate their stress responses make consistently poorer decisions, costing their teams time, resources, and influence. Remaining composed under pressure is less about controlling circumstances and more about controlling your internal mechanics. Later, you'll see how a single subtle change can restore clarity faster than any mindfulness exercise. Take Anna, a 35-year-old operations manager overseeing multiple teams. Her day begins at 7 a.m. with back-to-back Slack messages and ends at 11 p.m. with last-minute board preparations. Yesterday, she faced 3 urgent escalations before lunch and a conflict between 2 senior analysts. Each decision demanded a balance between correctness and perception. She noticed herself hesitating more than usual, second-guessing emails, adjusting tones, recalculating every interaction. By the time she finished, she felt depleted, less confident, and oddly fragmented. She hadn't failed, but she couldn't move with clarity. The pressure didn't explode, it silently drained control, one choice at a time, until she realized she was reactive rather than strategic. Is decision friction draining you? Here's the fix most miss. What happened to Anna isn't rare. Cognitive science identifies it as decision friction under social and temporal pressure. Every obligation, interruption, and expectation consumes attention, leaving less for the task that truly matters. The brain processes stress as a cognitive bottleneck, slowing reaction time and increasing mental fatigue. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that managers who consciously reduce input, even minimally, report higher clarity and decision accuracy. Another study found that leaders who compartmentalize responsibilities and exposure manage stress more efficiently than those who remain constantly reactive. Pressure isn't managed by motivation or grit. It's managed by subtle structural shifts in how attention flows. Here are 5 key ways managers can remain calm under pressure. 1. Control your access. Do you think assess control feels cold? Wrong, it's power. Most managers underestimate how much social friction shapes behavior. Each message read, each request answered immediately, transfers control. Your attention becomes a currency others spend without negotiation. And here's what most people miss: the moment attention is expected, influence quietly slips away. How to regain calm? Treat accessibility as selective, not reactive. This isn't about disappearing, it's about controlled exposure. Anna realized that by batching responses to non-urgent messages, she reclaimed mental space. She stopped responding in real time to everything that felt urgent but wasn't critical. She set response windows. She signaled availability intentionally instead of reflexively. Result: this small structural shift prevented stress from dictating every decision. Executives who enforce boundaries on accessibility report higher clarity and better decision-making. People adjusted to Anna's rhythm instead of forcing theirs. Calm didn't require effort, it emerged naturally from control. 1 shift, total clarity. Watch. Ready for trick 2? After this, the teams will adapt to you now. 2. Discipline emotional leakage. Why? Emotional overreaction makes stress contagious. Managers often leak emotion without noticing. Frustration in tone, impatience in body language, stress embedded in emails. Each emotional leak invites interference. And here's the subtle loop: the team doesn't just react, they anticipate. How? Organizational psychology research shows that leaders who regulate emotional exposure maintain higher perceived competence. Anna practiced emotional containment, neutral delivery, fewer explanations, and intentional pauses before reacting. She didn't suppress emotion, she delayed its transmission. Result: the effect was immediate. Colleagues stopped bracing for reactions. Pressure reduced without a single policy change. Calm became contagious instead of stress. 3. Pause before reaction. Why? Immediate responses amplify pressure. Under stress, urgency disguises itself as importance. Neuroscience shows the prefrontal cortex performs best when given even seconds of space. That pause is where authority regenerates. How? Anna introduced a 5-minute buffer before responding to high-stakes messages. No instant replies, no reflexive compliance. She used the pause to reassess intent, impact, and timing. Result: fewer escalations, cleaner decisions, reduced emotional drag. Strategic pausing transformed chaos into sequencing. Pressure became manageable, not smaller but slower. Comment your one pressure trigger below. 4. Segment attention strategically. Why? Multitasking fractures clarity. Every context switch taxes cognition. Busy managers feel productive while quietly losing impact. Anna segmented her day: mornings for deep work, afternoons for people decisions, evenings for low-stakes tasks. Predictability replaced constant reaction. Result: mental fatigue dropped, decision confidence rose, pressure felt contained instead of overwhelming. Calm emerged from structure, not stamina. Research links validation dependence to reduced leadership effectiveness. How? Anna evaluated consequences privately before consulting others. Fewer justifications, fewer preemptive explanations, more internal certainty. Result: authority strengthened, stress reduced. The team trusted decisions without needing constant reassurance. Calm became systemic. Which tip will you try first? Concrete action plan. Here's a structured routine managers can apply immediately. Step 1. Access regulation. Identify top attention drains, batch responses, separate urgency from noise. Step 2. Emotional containment. Neutral delivery. Pause before reacting. Let silence regulate energy. Step 3. Strategic pausing. Introduce buffers. Clarify intent before action. This converts chaos into control. Returning to Anna. The difference is visible. Meetings end faster. Decisions land cleaner. Stress still exists, but it no longer spreads. Her team adapted to her rhythm. Calm reshaped the system. Pressure isn't eliminated, it's contained. Calm under pressure isn't personality, it's structure. By controlling access, regulating emotion, pausing reactions, segmenting attention, and internalizing authority, managers regain clarity where others spiral. Tag a stressed manager who needs this. If these insights resonated, subscribe for more psychology-driven leadership strategies. Pressure will keep arriving, but with the right framework, it no longer controls you.